Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky. Good morning! I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky. I hope you are too.
Darn tootin'.
Okay, I have to tell you what just happened to us. Have you ever heard of a scotoma?
I think I got a scotoma.
No, I'm not talking about a skin tag or a
scotoma,
hemorrhoid
don't you cry for me.
or a stupid song.
The Scotoma Sooners.
I am talking about... Okay, well, let me just start from the beginning because...
That's always the best place.
Jason and I, a year ago, we had our dryer cleaned out. And the guy came to clear it out. Why do we even have that done? I don't even know why they need to do that, but they need to do that.
Because that's how house fires start when you don't have a fireplace.
So our dryer wasn't working, and so I'm like...
Dryer was working, and the vents were full of fluff, of rabbit hair.
Not rabbit hair.
Of
It
lint.
wasn't rabbit hair. We don't dry rabbits.
40 days of lint were in our dryer vent.
He's trying to turn this into...
A holiday.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. So we had our dryer cleared out. Now, they found literally like an animal. Speaking of a rabbit, that's what it looked like. They pulled out
It looked like they pulled out a carcass, but it was a big fur ball.
That it looked like an animal had climbed in there. And so
what's
1 year later...
or 5 years of not getting your vent cleaned?
It's a house fire.
Right.
You just told me what it is.
Now we know. Why aren't our clothes getting dry? Well, maybe none of the hot air is getting through.
So a year later, he calls us again and he says, "Hey, I just wanted to remind you that I came to your house a year ago and you were those people that didn't keep up on the maintenance of your dryer maintenance."
Vents.
And I said, "Oh, yeah.
Exhaust vents.
Why don't you come back and we'll have it done again?" So he comes back. Well, he supposedly... He thought that he left one of his...
hose attachments.
He called it a tube, right?
Yeah, a hose.
He made it sound like this giant hose.
A big hose that he goes up into the vents. Now goes up into past the second floor and almost out the roof.
Yeah, he's like, so he comes and he's the nicest guy, okay? And he's
super nice.
He literally
wanted him to stay for dinner, but he had to go.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, this time when he cleared out our dryer, he literally cleared
clean as a whistle.
Like it literally looked like my belly button.
It looked like we had been doing dryer vent enemas all year long.
There was nothing. And I literally looked at him like, "I'm glad you came."
You know what they say?
That was necessary.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure and a couple $100.
Anyway, he leaves. He texts us and he says, "I'm pretty certain that I left my hose."
The last place I saw my hose was at your
house. And it almost
the good news is we're not there anymore.
It almost felt accusatory. It almost felt like, my hose is at your house and I need to come get it right now. Well, we weren't even here. We had left.
We were halfway to Tulsa.
Yeah, we had gone to Tulsa to cousin camp. And
we were halfway to Tulsa, Scotoma.
And so I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry we're not home." Or you talked to him. You were like, "I'm sorry, we're not there. We're not going to be there.
As soon as we get back, we'll take a peek."
For another week. So when we did get back, this is becoming a really long story. I'm so sorry, but thank you for listening.
Well, he said if it's there, I would have left it on the side of the dryer.
When we did get back, Jason went into the laundry room and he texted the guy. He said, "No, it's not here."
Definitely not here.
Now, I had been into the laundry room to fold some clothes.
Dozens of times.
I had gone in there to unload
get things off the printer.
And because our printer's in there as well.
Put the bills in to get bills out.
Yeah, we have a little bill desk in there. And I also had, I unpacked the the suitcases and I did
Put things in
laundry.
the laundry. Yep.
And I didn't see a big fat hose that he
Not in there.
described. And so he's been hounding us about this.
He hasn't called every day, but every other day.
Yes, he's been hounding
Sure,
us
it's not there.
about this hose.
Well, he can't make an income without that hose.
He's like, I know that the last place I had it was at your house. And we just kept getting more and more defensive. I'm like, dude, it's not here.
We have looked for a hose.
It's not at our house. You must have left it somewhere else. Like, you need to go check yourself.
Before you wreck yourself, sir.
Go check your other people. I'm sorry if somebody tried to sneak off with your hose.
A lot of people are looking for one of those hoses.
And anyway, it just felt like it became this tug of war about this man's dryer hose. And I'm sorry of the giggles, because I could have sworn that I looked up and down in that place, in our laundry room.
Specifically went in there again and looked for it and walked out. I looked behind the machines and came out and was in the middle of texting back to say to the boss, to his boss, saying, I just looked. Not here.
We don't have it. Stop hounding us. Stop texting.
And Jana.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to go look one last time. And I went in there.
Wait.
And I
is
said,
that it?
I go, oh, does it look like this?
Does it look like this thing that we've never seen before?
But here's the thing.
So A, it's not a hose. So we were
It
looking,
looks more like a butt plug.
So I'm not familiar with those, but it's
I am.
It's definitely a big one if it is that. But to me it would look like something the size of like a super huge yard sprinkler, or possibly
I don't know how we could have missed this. I really don't.
It's 26 inches tall.
It's huge.
It looks like a 26-inch tall golf tee the size of one of those big circus pencils.
It is so big. Like, I don't even know.
God, if I had a nickel.
Okay, so this is my whole point.
But it was wedged down it wasn't next to the dryer, it was next to the washing machine. How are you supposed to find that?
Well, the washing machine is right next to the dryer.
Okay, so this is a huge lesson, though, because when we train ourselves to look for something,
yes,
then we're not looking for. If we don't know what we're looking for, we won't find it.
Yes.
Is one lesson.
That is one
That is a huge lesson. If you don't know what you're looking for, you'll never find it.
And I also think the other lesson is we became a little defensive. We became a little defensive and a little perturbed that he kept bothering us. If I'm to be real, he
kind of lends itself to arguing for your limitations.
Yes. And I'm like, nope, it's not here. And after we looked once, I'm like, nope, it's not here. And it's almost like I convinced my brain, nope, it's not here. And then I dug my heels in and I took a stand.
And your brain's going to start proving you right. Like, we could go in there for years, dust, rats crawling all over that thing. We're like, we're never going to see that because we are dead set on it not being here. Our eyes are not going to let us see it there.
And so for anyone out there, if you can't relate to our dryer hose story, you might relate to someone in your family saying, go get the salt in the pantry.
For your glasses that are on top of your head.
Yes. I can't find my glasses. Or I can't find my phone. Or where are my keys? Where are my keys? I cannot find my keys. And then all of a sudden, your spouse comes in and says, well, they're right here. They're right in front of you. Why couldn't you see those?
They're in your hand.
Well, you had convinced yourself
you need to find them or there's somewhere else.
You could not, they were not here. You literally convinced yourself, and your beliefs are so much more powerful than what you actually see. It's called a scotoma.
Yeah.
It's when you convince yourself of your own.
Your mind blocks it out for you. So you don't have to deal with it. There's so much stimulus around us that your mind has to filter out some of it so that only the important things are there for you. And once you've said, I already have told myself it's not in here.
Yes.
That it's not, this is not the area where I'm going to find what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Now I can tell my brain to shut this area out so I can focus in other areas. So now my brain's going to say, all right, I can go back to this room over and over and over again, and I'm not going to find it. So my eyes know they don't have to focus around and look. And that's the whole thing with the salt or finding something behind the milk in the refrigerator was my big thing growing up. So if I was looking for something to eat, I would go to the refrigerator dozens of times. Like I would just literally go back and forth to the refrigerator looking for something to eat. Yeah. And I would say, Mom, there's nothing to eat.
Oh, I did that too. I think everybody can relate to that.
She would, because we had big
look
gallons.
again.
We had gallons of milk. And she would say, look behind the milk. I swear, I hear her voice clear as day. And every time it was magic. Every time I would move the milk jug, I'd be like, there's a sandwich or there's something. And I was like, it's crazy because I felt like I looked here before.
It was not here before.
And it wasn't there. And I looked behind the milk. Like Mom said, it's like she's cast some kind of crazy refrigerator spell.
Yeah.
And there it was. A sandwich or a dessert, whatever it was.
Well, I do know that the next time I see this guy, this dryer guy, if I see him downtown Winter Garden or if I see him at church or if I see him somewhere, I'm going to purposely try to Scotoma him. I do not want to.
I feel like what we should do right now is go get into like several different outfit changes and take our picture with this thing in different areas of the house, maybe in the pool, maybe down on the boat, like going for boat rides and things like that. Put it in the mannequin's butt. Like just do different things with it so we have pictures of the hose and we can put fake dates on it and be like, yeah, we had it the whole time.
I feel really badly. Like I really feel like I owe him a huge apology.
I texted him, so I'll probably be taking it to him tomorrow or Thursday while you're traveling. I
feel terrible.
And I'll tell him that you had it hidden because you were using it for other purposes.
It was a Scotoma. I had a Scotoma.
It was a BP.
And he's going to be, what is a Scotoma? He's going to think it's a skin tag or something.
Like, you'll have to listen to the podcast on Wednesday.
Please do. I know that I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Woo, that was...
Be careful of what you're telling yourself isn't there, and also know what you're looking for so you don't throw up scotomas in your way.
Good lessons. Good lessons today. And get your dryer vent cleaned.
Yes.
Maybe not every year, but at least every 8 years. Yeah. It's a fire hazard, you know.
Do it more often than not.
Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.